Today I'm going to give you 3 tips to help you silence the inner critic. Sit tight. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. My name's Jen. I help people reinvent their reality. I'm going to talk about the inner critic today. What is the inner critic? Okay, I'm going to get into that and 3 things or 3 tips for you to help silence the inner critic. So what is the inner critic? Well, you could probably guess it's this little voice in our head that's always telling us we can't do something, or we're not good enough, or we're powerless, or we're weak, and it basically tries to prevent us from doing things or achieving things in our life. Okay? So what are some things, or how do you silence this little voice? How do you know it's not right half the time? Well, the first thing is to ask the inner critic for proof. So if this little voice in your head is telling you you shouldn't do something, or that you're going to fail at something, think of it this way. It doesn't have a crystal ball, right? Ask it for proof. You want hard evidence. And if the little voice in your head says, oh, well, it's because you failed in the past at this, or you did that in the past, understand that that is your past and that is not now. This is a new situation. So just because this might be a similar situation, right away that little voice comes in and it says, it's chomping in your ear and it's saying, you're gonna fail again because this is way too similar to what you've been through in the past. No, this is a new situation. You have a choice. You can be a brand new person if you want to be. It's your choice. So ask for proof. And if you can't get proof, evidence that you're going to fail or that you are actually weak or powerless, how is that truth? How is that hard evidence? No, it's a limiting belief ingrained in you, okay? And that's what this little voice, it wants you to believe this story that you've been telling yourself over and over and over and over again. No. So ask for proof, and if you don't have hard evidence, then sorry. Number 2 is to overpower the inner critic with your inner cheerleader. Make your inner cheerleader louder than the inner critic, okay? Be annoying about it. Be so in love with yourself, so motivated, so driven that inner critic voice now sounds like Charlie Brown's teacher, you know? Wah, 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 wah. You can't hear it. It's just like noise in the background, all right? So if you can focus and highlight your strengths, and you can highlight what you have accomplished in your life, how much you have accomplished, how far you have come, how you've pulled yourself out of difficult situations and come ahead, instead of always focusing on failure and weakness and things that didn't go right. No. Wave those pom-poms in the air and drown out the voice of the inner critic. And the third thing that you can do is don't deny the inner critic when it's talking. Listen to it. Listen to what the inner critic has to say. But then realize you have a choice of whether you listen to it. Just because somebody's talking to you doesn't mean you have to take their advice, right? It's like anything in life. Just because somebody offers you a drug doesn't mean you have to take it. Just because somebody's selling you a product doesn't mean you have to buy it. So it's the same with that little voice in your head that's telling you, don't do this, you can't do this, you can't do that. You're powerless, you're weak. Listen to it. Hear what it has to say, ask for the evidence, and then decide. Say, okay, is this gonna help me or is it gonna hurt me? Is this, because the inner critic is trying to rationalize things. Again, it's trying to protect you. It's not there to make your life miserable. It's there because it's coming from a place of fear. And it's ingrained in you. But if you realize to be transparent about it and neutral about it, and just listen to what it has to say and then make your own damn decision and go in whatever direction that feels right for you, that's resonating with you. Not one out of fear, not one out of anger, not one out of angst or urgency or desperation, but one that you feel truly in your heart. It's so important because a lot of times the inner critic will really try to overpower us, and if we don't take a step back and understand where it's coming from, You know, things that have happened in our past that we keep repeating the same patterns over and over. If we don't learn to recognize those patterns, then it's going to be difficult to drown it out in a certain way. So stay transparent, stay neutral to it, observe it, listen to what it has to say. Then you make the decision, because you are powerful and you have the decision. You can make the decision for yourself. So that's it for me today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. Please let me know if you would. Leave some comments below. Give me a thumbs up. If you haven't done so, subscribe to my channel. I put out new videos every week. So I will see you guys on the next video. Have a great one. Peace.